Okay, I have 4 fan questions.
Okay, great.
You want to know them now or just wait?
We'll just wait.
Okay.
We'll just wait. Pull your mic in so everybody can hear you.
5.
Oh, listen to that deep, strong voice.
Great tone this morning.
I know. I'd think you were a little taller if I heard that on the mic.
Bet you you're part of the Tone Rangers.
All right, Dad. I swear to Christ, Bob is like, bro, you know what it is? You've been hanging out with a bunch of dads way too long.
Yep.
Between Pat, Mike, and myself.
I feel like I have kids.
Yeah. There's what? 6, 7, fucking, goddamn, 3, 1. Yeah, 7 kids, 7 young children between the 3 of us.
Yep.
Pat's got, there's 9 between.
9 young kids if you count B and Zach.
Yeah. Zach is, he might be one of the most unique people at this company. One of the most unique. Because his characteristics are a cross between a lazy teenager and a dad.
Yeah.
But, like, because, in the sense of, like, such an incredibly hardworking dad. Like, when that dude's working, he is working. But then when he is at home, sweatpants time, relaxing, like the shoes, but, it's not, but his shoe game is still similar to a dad. Like, it's nice. He's got fire kicks, but it's a well thought out process. It's not impulsive.
No. Well, yeah, he doesn't jump on every pair.
No, and he's not impulsive, but you think he is if you were like when we're characterizing him.
Yeah.
Because he's big into betting too. Like that dude loves numbers.
Oh, dude, he
loves numbers.
He was texting me Friday on the way home from work. He's like, "Are you still at the office?" I was like, "No, I left early." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, 15 team parlay for this weekend.
Yeah.
Like 1.1 payout.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude. I'm like, come on.
He said the same thing to me, and he's like, "Yeah, max bet $123," and I'm like, "So your max bet for $1 million is $123?" So the dude didn't miss by much.
He missed it by 2 games.
Yeah.
2 games.
He missed a $1 million payout from 2 fucking games.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's nuts. That right there alone is why like you get like kind of scooped into it.
I'm so bad at it.
I'm horrible at it. I thought first game of the season I was going to get rich quick. I had a $10 bet for maybe like $26,000.
I like to think I know exactly what I'm doing. Like I'm just playing it out. Like I'm like, yeah, I could use $100 to make 5 G's tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, dude.
Well, everybody thinks that way. Oh yeah, but no, your dad qualities are strong.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm working on them.
That's good. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Pumped up.
Kim likes it.
I bet. Yeah. Maybe she pretends that you are like a different person. Like there's 2 different Bobs.
Yep.
Yeah. You think they do that?
I don't know.
I think so.
I mean, I do sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was asking. Oh, man. Well, good stuff.
I'm really into this coffee today.
Strong coffee.
Yep.
Tasty. I've needed something like this. I've been drinking Dunkin' at home. I don't like it. Need to order Presto George.
Yeah.
Strong. Feels rugged. I'm going to be wired in about fucking 5 minutes, though.
I'm getting there.
I feel it coming. I'd take my sweatshirt off already.
Saw that.
Yeah. I like this shirt. I haven't worn it because it's not. It's like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I just look at it rather than wear it.
Yeah, I don't wear my favorites.
That's a problem.
I save them.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, because we own the fucking company.
Yeah, so we should I have so many shirts.
I have hundreds of shirts and I wear 15 of them.
For sure, I do the same thing. I don't wear my favorites. I just keep them there. It's almost like I'm saving them to hold on to them it's like a keepsake.
Yeah.
And it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Especially whenever we could be like, hey, I need like 10 of these shirts made. Thank you. What am I fucking calling? I text them that. Fucking email them. Like, give me the...
Literally 80% of the shirts that are still in my closet don't fit me anymore. So I legitimately won't ever wear them.
No.
Just won't.
I put on a couple shirts, like my sleep shirts, like 2XLs.
Yeah.
Like I sleep in 2XLs because I don't like tight shit on me when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Bro, there's a couple shirts that I have that I put on and I swim in them now. I fucking swim in them. I have pictures of me in them, tight as fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I used to fill out a 2XL. Like, I needed to wear a 3XL almost.
Two product pictures I'll never forget are the fucking gummy bears tee and the fucking lift weights eat steaks on your back deck.
Yep.
Those were 2XLs.
Those were 2XLs and they were screaming.
Yep.
And it was like, holy fuck.
It was like the middle of winter, I think.
Yeah,
Winter.
we were going into winter. We might have been releasing them at this release, like the October No, because it was cold.
Yeah.
It was way colder than it is right now, so it was definitely
It was like the peak of mass season.
Bro.
Yeah.
I think I was pushing 245, 247. I think that's where I was. And that's whenever I was using
in the morning.
Yeah, that was my AM weight. Using a little bit of slim, staying nice and full and round. That was a wild time.
It's a wild look, dude.
Man, it's good times. Good times. I look back and think like the amount of food that I was consuming. I remember having planned out high calorie 1,000 calorie meals. Like every day I was having big clean 1,000 calorie meals. Bro, if you have 2,000 calorie meals a day, that's right there. That's as much as I eat right fucking now. That's more in a sense, because I eat probably around 2,000 calories a day.
Yeah. I just remember how many pots of rice you'd go through.
Oh my god.
It was just unreal.
Crazy.
We'd make it in the morning and have to make another pot by the end of the night.
That's that shit that, I mean, it is talked about, but like whenever you actually are doing it, or like a lot of big time pros do it, big time amateurs, but like for young people wanting to build, it's like, no. It is way past the comfort level.
Yeah.
It's way past the comfort level. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like you're getting excited like these 1,000 calorie meals. They weren't always exciting.
No.
Most of the time they were not exciting.
They were I was sweating during some meals.
I remember you would start sometimes with your carbohydrates.
Oh yeah.
You'd eat those first.
Oh yes.
Just to get them down.
Shovel them all down. Two and a half cups of rice in a meal. So much rice.
Fucking plate.
Bro, I literally eat like a big carbohydrate meal for me now is a cup of white rice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, it's wild. Thinking about it. Man, what a morning. That's exciting. Podcast number 2.
Yeah.
I'll term this number 2 of
Number
108.
2.
Number 2. Tell you what, these greens keeping you regular.
Fuck yeah.
My belly feels incredible. I'm going to say about it, but let's get started. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the HWMF Podcast. I'm your host, Seth, here with my heterosexual life mate, Bob.
Good morning.
And our esteemed, distinguished gentleman colleague, Shane.
Hi.
Man, great voice.
Thanks.
Does not have a face. He has a face for radio, as they would say. You do look really nice today, though.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting the clear framed glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do it together.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel good about
It's
it.
a big look right now.
It is.
I have a pair for at home.
Oh, really?
Non-prescription, yeah.
No shit. The blue light things are just to look good.
Blue light.
The blue, I've been reading a lot about it. It's really bad for you. For as much screen time as people have, they should consider that. Because I considered my skin, like I'm big on soaps and deodorants and shampoos now. Mm-hmm. Read a lot about all the fucking bullshit and soaps. Anything that your skin, this is the largest organ of your body, and if you're putting bad shit on your skin, like, I have skin problems. You have skin problems.
Big time, yep.
So I spend a little bit of money on some soaps and shampoos and things like that now, but like I'm very concerned about my skin.
Yeah.
Freaks me out.
Yeah.
So then reading a lot about the screen time. There's a lot of screen time on people.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, it's me all day. I should be wearing them all day.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, not just at night, but I do have to say, at first I didn't really, I'm like, am I going to notice like a difference wearing these? And I notice it in my Garmin shit, like my sleep. I go down faster.
Oh, really?
The evenings, like after dinner, I'll put them on to sit down, watch TV or talk with Kim, and then I'll go to bed. The nights I put them on, I go down faster. Like, I fall asleep quicker.
Cody's been saying that for what? Since we sponsored and brought him in here.
Yeah, Cody's huge on sleep.
I believe that the screen time is, for a lot of people, a lot of young people too.
Yep.
It's crazy how how advanced we're becoming, yet how we're fucking our bodies up in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, the human body is incredibly resilient.
Yeah.
It is so delicate, yet resilient as a motherfucker. Like my joke has always been like getting ready for a bodybuilding show or your Ironman, and how meticulous your training is, and how perfect you are with everything. And you're like, man, one false move or too much sodium on like a carb up or anything can throw you off for your training or a look or whatever you're doing with your sport or activity. However, then there's alcoholics and full-blown fucking crackheads. There's our guy. He doesn't like shots of alcohol, beers, seltzers, or blowjobs.
Yep.
He's the most awkward landscaper on the planet.
But lays down some nice lines.
He does put nice lines in there.
Good job.
Yeah, good job. It's a beautiful day out today.
It is.
But anyway, the human body, crazy delicate, but resilient, because like whenever you see like a crackhead, you're like, how the fuck is this guy still alive? Yet whenever you like eat something bad, your belly, all of a sudden you get the bubble guts and shit your pants. And you're like, how is this possible that guy's still alive and I can't even eat ice cream?
Right.
This is fucking ludicrous. Fucking ludicrous. But that's
I was saying that to Kim. I was like, we're like so like fragile of like a species, and she's like, no, not really. I'm like, no, and she's like, okay. She's like, you run Ironman. She's like, there's strong men that are fucking deadlifting 1,000.
Brian Shaw thrown 300 pounds over his head, 45 fucking feet.
And that's how we got on the topic. I was talking to her about the sandbag shit. And her being sore from doing overhead squats.
Overhead squat.
I'm like, oh, we're so fragile. She's like, no. She's like, you put your body through a beating, and it bounces back pretty damn quick.
That is, in its perception, how you're looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Because in a sense, what you do to your body, you're in a sense trying to kill it.
Yeah.
Let's swim 2.5 miles. Let's bike, 116 or 112,
yeah.
And then let's run a full fucking marathon, all one back to back to back. That sounds like you're trying to kill me.
Seeing if you don't die.
Yeah, you're gonna be Ironman if you don't. Oh man, that sounds pretty cool to me. Let's do it. That's fucking ludicrous. But yeah, it's wild on how that all. And that's what I think I find so fascinating about physical fitness. Is also how whenever like I was attracted to bodybuilding. I loved it. And that passion and my body type aligned, and that's why I was so good at it. There are people that have such passion for it, but the body just doesn't meet up with it. Like, they just don't have the same genetics as myself or any top pro. Like, they're just not Jay Cutler, Phil Heath, Ronnie Coleman, literally one of a fucking kind, one of a 10 generations.
Or being like super fucking tall.
And
like,
you
hard
can
to be a
love
competitive bodybuilder being super, super tall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, like, if you're super tall, but like don't love basketball.
Right.
Like, why don't you love basketball? You're like 7 foot fucking tall. Be like, just because I'm tall doesn't mean I like basketball. Well, just because I'm short doesn't mean I like bodybuilding.
Right.
You know. But whenever you do get that alignment, really crazy things occur, and that's where I think the influencer world has grown so much, because you find people that have passion, and the internet has created this place where you can see people that have such passion and has aligned with their body type. Like you with Ironman. You were bodybuilding, powerlifting, lifting with me for years. Yep. It just wasn't working. But then all of a sudden you're like, I'm going to run an Ironman. And I'm like, you don't really have the body type, Bob. But I'm supporting you. I love you. I want to see you do it. Let's go. And then you do it. I'm like, maybe he does have a body type.
Yeah.
It literally has your body type, and what it's done for you mentally. Like, it aligned. Like, you like it. I might be able to run an Ironman. I don't know, but I know this. I don't want to. If I don't want to, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I don't want to bodybuild, it's not going to happen.
Well, even Kim, like she's signed up for a half
Yeah.
Ironman for next year. She has zero desire to do a full. Zero. She's like, I would never do a full. I was like, why? She's like, I don't want to run a full marathon. She's like, I have no desire to run a full marathon.
She's cool with a half though?
I was like, you're good with a half. She's like, yeah, 13 miles. She's like, I've already done 10. She's like, yeah, I'll run a half all day. She's like, I have no interest. I was like, no shit. And like thinking about it, like April, my fucking marathon was brutal. I fucking hated it. Hated it. I'll never run just a marathon.
Really?
By itself. I won't. It was brutal on my body. There's something about triathlon, like this balance of the three. It keeps like.
So, from an outsider's perspective,
Yeah.
and everybody listening, and such as myself,
Yeah.
that sounds really weird and dumb.
It does.
Because I'm like, it sounds like it's just a third of an Ironman that would be way easier.
You would think that. I think it has.
I'm not wrong.
Confused.
I'm not wrong.
So like, at the end of my marathon in April, I was in way more pain than I was at the end of my Ironman in November. And I was in better shape, running longer, had like 4 or 5 more months of training behind me, but I was in way more pain. And half of that is contributed to like, I was actually competing for a time. You know, like I was, like in April I had a pace in mind, where back at Ironman, it was just to finish, you know? But the marathon in April hurt way worse. Way worse. The training hurt more. The training hurt way more than Ironman training last year.
Now, we'll exclude him from this conversation. I would think that, bro, there's no fucking way.
I swear.
So, I'm no scientist, but maybe then from all the biking and the endurance that you're gaining, like the cardiovascular capabilities from the biking and the swimming will translate into just being in a better shape for a marathon as well.
Yeah.
But the pounding through running, taking a pounding, is intense.
That's what it is. The running is the most impactful of the three.
So, in comparison, then, how much do you run now currently for an Ironman in comparison to running for a marathon?
Honestly, it's about the same. But just hear me out. So
No, there's nothing.
I was talking to Jake about it yesterday, and that training all three, it's like they play as recovery for each other. They really do. Like especially.
I think you're lying.
Like after my long ride on a Saturday, I'm hurting after the bike ride.
I just go for a run and I'm better.
I go for a 30-minute run, legs flush out, and like I feel great.
Bro, the level of condition that you're in is ungodly.
It is.
For someone to say after a fucking 100-mile bike ride, I just ran for 30 minutes and flushed my legs out.
Yeah.
That's like saying, I just beat my dick 25 times and I figured, why not add a little sandpaper? Rough it up. Just make it feel better. We'll recover better. That's what the fuck that sounds like to me.
It does, I know.
And everybody else listening.
I'm saying it so nonchalantly.
That's what I mean. Like me, I'm like, so this morning I did my 45 minutes on the Stairmaster, which was intense, and then I'll do my training tonight. But that's like normal.
Yeah.
And I consider myself to be in very good shape. What you are in is in it's hard to actually wrap your head around because you do it with such effortless, I don't even know, I did my training this morning, meanwhile it's fucking brutal and you're in here just doing your shit.
Yeah, I don't know, I can't explain it.
Man, it's wild.
I guess I don't really realize I talk about it like it's nothing.
But
not that like it's nothing, but
I mean, it's I'm trying to equate it to a way people, the listeners, how they would. What do you think?
It still doesn't make sense to me.
Because whenever we look at any high-level athlete, like anything that people are doing, I would say that Ironmans are some of the craziest things you could do. Like a triathlon, it is a wild. How would we do that? Like big time endurance athletes. Like, I don't even know. Like ultra marathon runners, things like that. That's what we're talking about here. This level of condition is almost unheard of.
Because you think about it, you have like NBA players, they run on the floor for, 60 minutes, and then they're in there taking ice baths after.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they do it back-to-back-to-back days, but it's still the same level of impact, on your body.
I mean, that is, and the injury rate is very high. What is the injury rate for Ironman? Is there like something, is there anything like that?
I never really saw any statistics, but
what would you consider, where's something that's you and other people, probably foot problems, huh?
Yeah, feet, and because it can literally flare up out of nowhere. Like you could literally have a wrinkle in your sock that you don't know about for an hour, and then you take it off and you're like, oh fuck. Like
what?
You got a fucking blood
sheer volume can fuck you up.
Yeah.
Bro, so then that's why your socks are like $37 a fucking pair.
Yeah.
Why there's all them high-end shits.
They make a big difference.
Man,
and then even like breaking in like shoes. Like I have new shoes right now that I want to race in. But like it's hard to break them in because they beat my feet up. So like I'll throw them in for like 2 miles, take them off, and then put my other shoes on to finish. Just to get a couple miles in them, then I'll do it again. And
bro, this is insane.
It is. It's such a process.
But and you don't talk about this though.
No.
But this is the process that people go through.
Yeah. Yeah, your feet. And then just the mobility, because you get so bound up and tight from everything.
Oh,
so
I can
working
imagine.
on that. But I think one of the bigger things is like hamstring issues, and ankle issues, feet.
Lower extremity.
Yep.
And then probably like middle of the back.
Yes.
From leaning over on a bike,
Yep.
swimming, and then just running. There's like a specific motion or way to do all three of them.
Yeah, so Jake was telling me like if you're doing, if you have a lot of like rotator cuff and shoulder issues, you're using too much shoulder, like your form's probably not on. And that's how I was last year. He was working on my rotator cuffs nonstop.
Oh, really?
I wasn't swimming right. I was like over swinging my arms when I ran. And now like my problem areas on my back are like the areas that should be sore, should be tight, because I'm utilizing them right. Like my scapula area, my lats, my lower trap.
This is comical.
It is.
This is comical.
Uh-huh. And it's all like it's all coming to like this head because I'm competing at a higher level now, so I need these extra things just to get through the training.
Man.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Couldn't imagine doing it.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. And then on top of that, all your shit's perfect. Nutrition's perfect. Hydration's perfect. Supplementation's perfect. All this shit, and it's like, and it goes back, like you said, basketball players and their recovery and how they go about it from a team perspective. Football players, soccer players, for Christ's sakes. And I think there's, and for each person, there's like separating moments. Like what's separating them? Like Kobe Bryant, like listening to his story and his mentality, all this, but the dude was willing to outwork anybody. Like you weren't going to outwork the guy. But all the other things that he was doing to outwork those people, making sure nutrition was perfect, making sure hydration was perfect, the recovery aspect was perfect. And then with all that being said, there are things that you're sacrificing.
Yeah.
There are things that you're sacrificing in place to become better in that specific whatever it may be that you're doing. Mm-hmm. Like, what are you sacrificing? Free fucking time.
Yep.
You're sacrificing free time. Your Saturdays are full of training, 100-mile bike rides, marathons on fucking Sunday mornings, things like that. And from there, it's like, okay, well, I can do that, but I don't just go have a fresh beer and eat whatever I want and not go recover. Like, I still have to get adequate sleep. I'm not out partying all night. I don't have a Sunday full of a 12-pack and football. I don't have that life. You have everything in your life is revolved around training.
Yeah.
Bad habits don't fit in there. And also regular habits of watching TV shows or anything like that. That time is dedicated to you and your training.
Yeah, I mean, it's all of that shit's gone.
Yeah, that's what
it does not exist in my life. Like even, trying to schedule things with like my family coming out to see me. Like I told my parents because they want to come out. I'm like, probably not till after Ironman. I was like, I can't.
The weekends are your big training time.
I won't be here. And I can't go back home because then what do I do? Do I take my trainer back home? Do I take the bike back home? All my shit. I need a pool. Like, I can't even go back home and visit them. So like now I won't see them till after the holidays.
All I do is equate it back to bodybuilding. What you're doing is, in a sense, more intense than bodybuilding. Because I remember 4 weeks out, I wouldn't travel. Like, no, I'm focused on this. It's 28 days.
Yeah.
With you, you're like, yeah, I can't just up and fucking leave because I need a pool, I need my bike, and I need to have a set out path for running. So I know because I can't just go do elevations that aren't in my program.
Yeah.
Like your training is on a different level.
Yeah, I don't just go out and run.
No, it's not like, hey, I'm just going to run and check my watch.
It's like every mile is literally programmed something differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll run 2 miles at this pace, then a 400 jog, then 2 miles at this, and then do this and that, and you can't always do that wherever you're at. Like if there's a bunch of if I had to run from this building and go do like my workout, it's nearly impossible because of all the hills.
All the hills.
So if I have, like this morning I had 12 miles of speed work, I had to drive to Greensburg first thing. I had to start at 6, I had to.
Yeah.
Make sure I was done by 7:30, home showered here by 8:39.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, I don't think twice about it now. Like I'm so passionate about it, and like working with the coaches I have and what they're saying about what Ironman could be this year. I mean, I used to be like, oh, it'd be so cool to be like a pro one day. And now like getting into a competitive state where I could possibly place in my age group, that's the road down that pro to that pro level.
Yeah. And it's not unheard of because most of the people that are professionals are not young men.
No, they're 34, 36, 38, 40 years old.
Because it takes a long time to get to this point.
Mm-hmm.
Which is odd because you're like on a fast track.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you shave off hours on your Ironman this year, that is just insane.
We started a year and a half ago.
That's what I mean. It's fucking wild.
Mm-hmm.
I find it so fascinating. That's why I just love all the shit people do.
Yeah.
Like intense stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what's attractive about the internet and why it's weird on how people get hooked on like bullshit influencers. You know what I mean? It's almost like being in this, you're like, yeah, that guy's a fucking douchebag. Or that guy's a fake or this or that. And it's hard because people get excited. But it's also what's really cool because you get to see and hear about these things that people are doing. It's almost like that word influencer has such a negative connotation on it anymore because of all the bad ones. But there are influences that you can have on people that are in such a fucking crazy positive way. And I mean, we built that through our companies and through everything that we pushed over the years of just being a hardworking motherfucker. Because in that sense, that concept of being a hardworking motherfucker is about just finding yourself and searching, not being good at just one thing. So that way, whenever you all of a sudden, there's going to be something that just kind of creeps up and like grabs a hold of you, and then you're going to love it, and that's what you did with Ironman. You know what I mean? And I think that's the cool concept is just giving your fucking full dick in that bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean it's so like motivating to see like I wasn't always an endurance athlete. I didn't grow up running cross country, in high school.
No.
So what's really cool is as I'm improving and as I am getting better at this, I'm influencing people that were in my position being overweight and were in this like this little to no activity life.
Stagnant.
Yeah, right. And I'm motivating people with off-the-wall body types that are like, oh, I'm not a swimmer, I'm not a runner, and they're starting to do things like this, and I see them getting better, and the team that Kenny has built with Victory, and I mean, it's a group, it's essentially like what we have going on. It's a group of misfits that are striving for something.
It's that shit that's unexplainable.
Yeah.
It truly is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because whenever you're searching for something, I do believe that right now everybody is searching for something. Mm-hmm. You're striving for it, and if you don't quite know what it is, that's what ruins your brain a lot of the days. You know what I mean? Like, you're just all over the place, and you find yourself at low points. You have your high moments, you have your low moments, and then you're asking yourself, is there something wrong with me? And it's like, what is occurring? And I know I'm king of bad habits.
Yeah.
I find them. I think that you have to go through that stuff, and you just have to continue to work and understand that nobody is 100% all the time. It is about you searching and connecting with those things that make you feel good.
Yeah.
But those things that make you feel good, it's not about like, everything is great. No, that feel-good moments are whenever you're doing work. You know, I personally find that the idle, stagnant feelings are bad for you. And if you're that way, that's where you're lost.
Yeah.
So that work is the feel-good moments.
Yes.
Because I think people get that misunderstood whenever I might say it in a post or mention it, being like, do shit that makes you feel good. And everybody's like, no, you're supposed to do the hard shit, motherfucker. And I'm like, dickhead. I know, I'm the king of doing those things. I love the intensity. Those intense things are supposed to make you feel good.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to the end of my workout and like, yes, like I'm done. No, I'm looking for that feeling while I'm training, while I'm in it.
So
that's what I live for.
And Fouad brought this up because I did a podcast with Fouad. It was really great. If anybody hasn't watched it, go. It's a RPB, I think, Real Bodybuilding Podcast. Mm-hmm. I filmed it with him last week, and we were talking because he's on his outskirts of bodybuilding as well. Laying off the gear, laying off the food, getting a little more healthy because he's old. You're not that old. You're still sexy, Fouad. But we were talking about it because he's like, bro, you've lost a lot of weight. I'm like, bro, I'm like 206 fucking pounds right now, okay? But my health is incredible. My resting heart rate was 54 beats a minute the other day. Bro, that's incredible.
That's
I was over a $120 resting heart rate. It was bad. That's why I wasn't able to get like a couple. I had some problems.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we were talking about it, and he was like, because I do the fucking HIIT workouts, the CrossFit. Everybody loves busting my balls now. I'm a 50% vegan, and I do CrossFit.
Yep.
Man,
What a swing.
if I didn't have 3 kids and a fiance, people might start asking questions about my sexuality.
Yep.
So it's funny. I actually am 50% vegan, everyone.
Yep.
I eat fruits, vegetables, and meat. It's fucking funny. Like 2 carbohydrate meals a day,
Yep.
a couple pretzels. But anyway, he and I were talking about it, how the squats, we use that as an example. Like, there is nothing like fucking the pump from bodybuilding or doing ruthless, brutal workouts in bodybuilding. Like the back workouts we used to do.
Oh, God.
They were ungodly, and I chased the pump, and it was like you're 245 pounds fucking T-bar row and 7 plates, and you're like, yeah, I'm fucking strong, geared out of my mind, and my back's huge. Like, I loved it.
Yeah.
That was my shit. Squatting like 315 for sets of 20. Yeah. Look at my legs and be like, look at these fucking bitches. They're so big and strong. This is great. It was that shit that connected, because I found out that I had a love for the bodybuilding, the training, and I was able to find out the training for each body part was different. Because whenever you're training, like, the same type of style you're doing for legs might not work for biceps, might not work for back. There's different styles for each body part. One style doesn't work for every body part. That's what, me personally. Okay? But he was like, I'm thinking about doing some MMA stuff, because Fouad loves MMA. And he's talking about endurance and this, and I'm like, yeah, dude. And he's like, So have you found that one thing like bodybuilding within the training? And I'm like, bro, I'm searching for it really hard.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm searching for that same feeling that I attained from doing a back workout or squatting 315 for sets of 20, like back to back to back to back. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, so what did I love about those things that I'm trying to attain through like a HIIT workout or anything like that? And it's super hard to relate.
Yeah.
It really is, because being sauced out of my mind, like the food, the gear, it all hit perfect in the training. That's what I was attracted to since I was young. So I've been pushing myself to find that same level of brutality in the HIIT workouts. I'm having a hard time. It's really difficult to find. The other day I pushed myself to a point. I haven't puked from a workout yet. I used to puke doing legs.
Yeah.
Like, I've been there.
Yeah.
Puke during a back workout. Honey made me puke doing arms one time. So, like, so I'm like, but with these, I'm like, okay, I need to find that oomph, because I do enjoy it. But it's I'm in really good shape now, and I'm trying to get to that point to make myself puke. And the other night I was there.
Almost there.
Monday night I was fucking there. I'm like, I was laying on the ground, like starting to breathe heavy. Lips were quivering. My legs hurt like fuck. And I'm like, here it is. The lung burn is not the same as like a back workout.
No.
That I found.
Well, you can't see the pump your lungs have, you know?
That's a really good point. That's probably what it is. I was such a visual guy.
Yeah, well, even when I was training with you, like, I loved the effects of training with you because I knew it was going to be high volume workout.
Yeah.
We were probably going to take some really good pump pre-workouts.
Yeah.
And like you could legitimately see the work. Like you could see it by the end.
Comes to life.
My back looks different. My chest looks different. My shoulders look different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had a visual result in front of you.
Instant.
Yeah.
Man, that's a really good point, the instant gratification of it all.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's that long-term end goal that you're achieving, and it just happens week to week to week to week. And
Yep.
that's probably something, it's a really good point.
I think like if what you could do is like if you start like recording like actually recording and keeping it like you used to do all your bodybuilding shit, like your times and your reps and your sets, and you're like, holy fuck, I just did that whole 4-round workout 8 minutes faster than I did 2 weeks ago, and I didn't almost throw up. Like, I'm in that good a shape. Because that's what I get off on. I see the paces improve. I'm like, fuck.
That's a really good point. Because I'm still just kind of winging it, because there's certain days when I'm in a really shit mood or I'm having a hard time, and I'm like, I'm just gonna throw fucking down tonight. And it's like, I'm gonna do burpees at the end of this, even though like earlier today, whenever I was planning my workout, burpees weren't in it.
Yeah.
Because that's the finisher that smokes me every fucking time.
Yeah.
I hate him.
Kim I'll have to get it from her. There was like this site she would get like daily like WODs to do.
Yeah.
And everyone posted their results. So like she'd go smoke a workout and be like, fuck yeah, like I did that for time. And then she'd go on and she's like, how did this broad fucking finish 9 minutes faster than me? So like you're like, okay, like she's obviously in better shape than I am. So like you start to when you can see like compare times and shit.
Because my goal is, I obviously, I want to look good.
Yeah. That's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, because it's such a, who doesn't want to, I don't want to look in the mirror and be like, I wouldn't fuck me. No. Like, you want to be like, yeah, I'd fuck me. That's so bad to say. But it's so true. Like, that's why everybody, whenever you're a woman, like, getting all done up, they want to look good. They're like, yeah, I'd fuck me. Yeah. You're like, yeah, I'd fuck you too. Like, and it's different for guys, because we could be like a sweaty fucking mess and be like, fuck yeah, bitch, I look good. Look at this. Look at this hair from the sweat. Look at this fucking sweat hair.
That's all hard work.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like the good dick day thing. But, yeah, so that's ultimately my goal, but overall health has been my driving force. And I think it also a little bit has to do with me not really wanting to do it. Like, I was like, fuck, I don't want to die young, though. Yeah. That was the big thing for me, because the health, I had everything pointing at a heart attack. Every fucking single thing was directed right there, and I'm like, gotta change it, because those are real things that occur. So, the overall health, fucking resting heart rate's incredible. My blood pressure's incredible. My blood work looks good. Everything's great. It just has to continue on that path. But searching for that feeling. And I tell you what, my fucking weight right now, I'm putting in some fucking work and my weight is dropping.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
I've finally found, like, I think the right amount of food to not keep dropping. Because I have better workouts when my weight doesn't drop too low. Like, those couple days when I was 192, 190, I still have not seen a 1.8 in a number.
Really?
But when I'm like 192, 193, my workouts, I feel I'm not performing optimally.
Yeah.
195 to 197, I feel great. I think my weight is around 190, 192. It's just when I'm hydrated, full of fuel, sodium.
And it has to be every day.
Yeah.
I'm still 26 pounds away from classic. And I take 200 milligrams of testosterone a week. I eat 2,000 calories a day. I still got 26 more pounds to lose to get the classic for my height.
Holy shit.
Oh. Because that was when we had Jeremy in here, and he's like, "You look like that from 200 mgs a test." And I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "This is ungodly." And I was like, it's what it is. It's fucking. I was like, I'm still 26 pounds away. If I wanted to do a classic show, because that's what I'm equating these guys that are doing classic, and their height to weight ratios.
Yeah.
I'd have to be 180 pounds on stage. That's 26 fucking pounds from now. Bro, I'm like a small, tiny version of what I was.
Yeah.
I have to lose 26 more fucking pounds? How's that even possible?
Well, yeah, because, like, if you did that.
Yeah, it's hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Literally, hypothetically, metaphorically.
100% hypothetically. What? Like, would you, like, the classic guys, they're not small dudes. They have these awesome classic look.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably one of my favorite looks.
Yeah.
That being said, if you lost 20 pounds and you were training for that division, would you still have that big, round, full look?
I don't know.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
But because I look at these guys that are that, like Terrence Ruffin, Breon.
Dude, they're big.
They look like big guys.
Yeah.
But
Or is it just
it's
on
just
a different scale?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Because in classic you gotta have a streamlined waist. Otherwise you won't do well. Like that's why if I did it, it'd be like, So with that waist, bud, I'm a short, fat, white guy.
This is literally as tight as it can get.
Man, you have such a
That's my hip bones.
that's a little wide there, bud.
You must be from Western PA.
You have to be Italian. You look like a bricklayer. Look at you, short, fucking stubby bastard. Oh, I love it. Well, we were getting at before. Fuck, that was like 30 minutes ago. We were getting into the greens here.
Yeah.
I do believe that. So we are launching greens. Everybody listening, Thursday night at 8 p.m. The greens go live. These are the best greens on the market. We have spent time, effort, and lots of money on these greens. We wanted to make the best greens on the market. That's one of the reasons it took so long. And everybody buying supplements or anything, just in general in society today, sourcing and manufacturing is a cunt.
It is very tough right now.
It is very difficult, and and everybody feels it in every single industry. Everybody sees it. But we've launched 3 new products in the past month, and it has been because of sourcing and manufacturing and times and lead times and wait times and everything from the bottle to the label to the seals to the product its fucking self. We have launched AI, which is our actual intelligence. Phenomenal nootropic.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Really cool thing that Pat, myself, and Heather were talking about was a scoop of hydraulic and 1 AI.
Yeah.
For like a bodybuilding workout or scoop of hydraulic, scoop of demo day, 1 AI. Wild focus, wild workout, wild pump. Really cool. And she's right, it was. Gotta tell Heather she's right 99% of the time. The bitch ain't wrong ever.
Nope.
And then
Heather is our product specialist, for those that don't know.
young Heather she knows more about products, ingredients, and formulations than I do believe anybody in the industry. I will put young Heather up against anyone. because
anyone.
she loves everything about fitness. The supplementation, the eating, the training, she is so passionate about it. That's why we brought her into the company because, and I will say that a lot of the products coming out, she's in charge of all products, the blogs, the write-ups, everything about it, and then with helping with formulation and bringing them in for flavor sampling, trying new supplements, trying new flavors. She's behind the products on the front line, bringing it to us and then educating us about it all and what she thinks would be good, and then we are educating her about the business side of how this industry works.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool relationship that we have, and the greens was something that she was, let's just say Heather's incredibly passionate about these greens.
Yes.
Her goal was like, we should make the best greens on the market. And nobody in this company disagreed. But she was like, this is what they should be. And I will say that the bitch is right.
Yeah.
These are badass.
Yep.
Badass. They have just, all you gotta do is read the label.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize till we started formulating this and she started educating me on this, how big greens are in this industry.
Huge.
Like, some of the biggest trending supplements right now, fucking collagen and greens.
Yes.
And I didn't realize how much shit was out there, and that there's not many brands that people go with.
No.
So that was the whole mentality with formulating these, is they had to smoke the leading greens on the market right now.
There are people that do a very good job with their greens.
Yep.
And then there are people that put out, I will say, how do I say, they put out good quality, but they're underdosed.
Yeah.
The quality of the greens is good, but they're just maybe underdosed. And that plays a big role in the pricing of everything. And we wanted to go full spectrum. We wanted to go all in. We didn't want to fucking know just the tip. We want to do the whole fucking dick. Let it all in there, because this is something that we as a company got behind to be an industry leader in this. And they taste phenomenal.
Yeah.
They don't taste like shit.
Yep. Naturally flavored, naturally sweetened.
Yep.
And they taste really, really good.
The apple banana is fire, and then the hint of pineapple. Whenever we were doing the hint of pineapple, we were flavor sampling pineapple because we wanted to have like a tropical flavor. And whenever you did full pineapple, it was too sweet.
Yeah.
It just didn't hit right. Something was off, and then we backed off, and it turned out that just the little hint of it is absolutely phenomenal, because the greens are tasty, and then the hint of pineapple actually makes it just, I don't know. It was wild on the flavor sampling, because I never thought that was the one that we were going to go with, whenever she was explaining before we tried it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and those that have tried greens before, greens have a very earthy taste to begin with.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, ours are very mildly flavored, but just enough that it is an enjoyable mix for me.
Yes. And again, that goes for a lot of the stuff we do. If you flavor something too hard, it just, every now and then a good hard flavoring is good. Hit that palate.
Yep.
But not every day, all day. But no, I posted that shit on my Instagram stories, and people went wild. I have never got so many DMs about a product in a long time.
Yeah.
And I get fucking murdered whenever we do things. And these things, people are like, fuck yeah. And then I posted the sub facts, and they were like, these are fucking nasty. I'm like, fuck yeah. So kudos to our entire team.
Yeah.
Heather, Pat, everybody. Very good.
For those that have not taken a greens product yet, like, okay, I literally take this product for one reason and one reason only. And that's to have the most normal shit every single morning at the exact same fucking time.
Yes.
Because it sets my entire day up for
Yes.
big eating, for big training, and I have I don't feel that bloat in my stomach, and that, I know everyone that's into bodybuilding knows that bloat feeling.
Yes.
They're eating a ton of food. This shit will literally keep you regular.
That is the goal. On the front of it, Heather's big thing was we wanted to have, we call it Greens Plus. It's not just greens, it's about gut health, probiotics, and hydration.
Yep.
The probiotics and gut health play such a crucial role in your day-to-day. At least our day-to-day has been based on it. And that's everybody that takes a greens product. That's the goal, to be regular, to have a clean system. Because, as we all know right now within the world, we need to be healthy, build an immune system, and make sure that our bodies are functioning on a high level. We went with patented ingredients. We went with high-quality organic greens. We went the full nine. Very pumped about it. So Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hint of pineapple.
Buy them both.
Yeah, buy both.
You're going to want both.
Yeah. I like them both. There's not one, I can't say one is better than the other. I think it truly is just a palate difference on what you would like. The apple banana that we did with AMN was fire. Same thing here. If you loved apple banana, you're going to fucking like this apple banana, for sure. Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
Love greens.
Eat them. Drink them.
Eat them, smoke them.
Oh, man. Doing well, doing well. So, we put up a post yesterday about on the HWMF Podcast Instagram. If you don't follow, go follow, because we're going to start interacting more on there. Every week we are going to have 10 minutes. We're going to dedicate 10 minutes to topics from fans. We're going to call it 10-minute topic. So original.
Good name.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
2 T's. Like titties.
Titties.
Except there's 3 T's
Love
and titties.
boobs.
Boobs. Big ones, small ones, fake ones, real ones, all of them.
Love all of them.
Boobies.
Breasts.
So,
Breasts.
duck breasts, chicken breasts, turkey breasts, cow titties. So, udders. Imagine sending a text, let me see them udders.
Who was like, hey, I'm going to go milk that animal and drink its milk?
Man, you think back about survival time, like back in the day, like fucking, whenever it was like your whole purpose is survival.
Yeah.
That's
Enough said.
enough said right there. Like, but you're looking at an animal and you're seeing like it's natural for the animal to drink the milk of its mother, including humans.
Yep.
So it's wild on like that whole concept, and then what we have done and evolutionized everything to this point today.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is fucking wild to think about.
Yeah, now we're drinking oat milk, nut milks.
Yeah. Oh, man, crazy.
I didn't know you could milk a nut
I didn't know either.
or an oat.
I didn't know you could make milk from oats either. It's tasty. Soy free.
Yes.
Big thing.
Yep.
So 10-minute topics. So we'll put the post up every Tuesday, and you will be able to send in questions that you can ask us. And Shaner has them all here for us. So we're going to do some 10-minute talk. We're going to take 10 minutes and handle all the topics from the fans. Not all of them, maybe some of them, because we go off on tangents and I don't shut the fuck up. Like right now, I'm not shutting up, and Shane, you just need to talk.
Yeah, I got a few.
Nice.
A lot of them were about the government and tits and ass. Actually, so.
Our people.
Got a mess there. Tits, ass, government.
Yep.
Oh, it's such a shit show. It's such a shit show. So, might not do the government questions. I'll go off on a tangent and probably get us banned again.
Yeah.
Let's leave that one out, okay?
Yep.
All right. So one of them's how do I know if I should stay with my company that treats me good, or if I should go start my own business?
They treat him good.
Yeah.
Oh, God. This is tough. You know, we put up that post last week, and Heather was involved. Heather also is involved in a lot of our social media stuff on the questions. And she said, she told you and brought it up to us last week whenever we said on the podcast, tell us about all the cool shit you guys are doing. Mm-hmm. We were inundated with thousands of messages about people telling us all the cool shit. Like you said, you were like having kids, buying cars, up in their life, getting promotions, doing all of these cool things. And she got hammered, and she was like, this is insane. And that's one of the reasons that we started this podcast, was to encourage people to be a hardworking motherfucker and do good things in their life and do all these great things. And then also see us grow grow the companies, you, Ironman, all this shit. Like they've literally been along for the ride, and they're doing the same things. Somebody that, whenever you're in a position on trying to make whenever you're in the situation trying to make a decision about what you should do with your life, there's no right answer. There isn't. If I told you to leave your company that loves you and treats you well, if they're treating you well, but you're still not happy, you're probably not going to be happy until you do the thing you want to do. And that's a tough thing to say, because what happens if it doesn't work out? But then it's hard to say that, because if you don't chase your dreams, you might not ever be happy. Because I know personally, like in my life, like if I hold back from what I actually want to do, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Not okay. I've quit jobs that paid me I quit a job that paid me $90,000 a year. I quit a fucking job that almost paid you 6 figures. Yeah, to do this with you when we made nothing. So I was treated well. My boss was great. I had company truck, company gas card, company computer. He was a great boss, phenomenal person, great family. But I wasn't happy. So I took the chance with Bob to do something similar to that. My mom about fucking killed me. My dad looked at me and he said, "Jesus God, kid, what are you thinking?" But I wasn't happy. And I knew that I wanted to do something profound. I wanted to do something that made me feel alive. And it was brutal. It was rough. It was ugly. I needed Bob. I needed people there for not only support with the company, but also mental support. That was a big thing with Bob and I in the beginning, was the mental support that we had with each other of building this company and growing together as individuals and as partners. And it's something that he and I have, over the past 5 years, the number of discussions, heated discussions, emotional discussions, caring discussions is incredible. That's what built this company. That's what built that's what this is all based on. So whenever someone asks, what should I do? There is truly no right answer. It's what you want to do. And if you have the support, the passion, and the willingness to sacrifice parts of your life that you might not ever get back. Because I know for a fact I am not the same individual I was 5 years ago. I'm not the same individual I was 5 months ago. Because the roller coaster that is occurring right now is very intense. It takes a toll on every aspect of your life. And you have to be prepared for it. And a lot of the time, you might not know what to do. And if you don't have somebody there for support, if you don't have somebody there to talk to, if you don't have somebody there to grow with you and be willing to grow, like you have to be willing to grow, and you might not know where you're growing. And that's a difficult, incredibly scary thing in life, because you might grow in the wrong motherfucking direction. That's bad. But you started because you did something you loved. And if you don't have people to reel you in, be willing to be open to the good and the bad and work through it, it's a big process. And I think a lot of people out there searching, like, what should I do with my life? My advice, and I'd probably say you might do the same, my advice is to go live. Because I don't want to fucking live my life doing something I don't want to do.
I mean, when we started All American Roughneck, it wasn't. I was still working the job that I hated.
Yeah.
I was still working the job that didn't take care of me. So if you're in a position where the company takes care of you, and you're killing it at your job, and you still have an ambition to do something bigger and better than that, then you find the time outside of that good thing you got going on to start it.
Yeah.
Because we started AAR when I hated my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Hated it all day long. Hated my fucking life. 5 o'clock hit. Boom. Got to work on AAR shit. Got to work on it in the morning. Come out for the weekend with you. Shoot all weekend. Feel alive.
Yeah.
and then right back into it. So if you got a good thing going on and you can stay on, like, don't start something on the side and let it sacrifice or let it fuck up what you have going on at your good job.
Yeah, especially if you're getting treated right.
Because it's not going to work out. Just the energy of the world is going to be against you if that starts to happen. You can't fucking neglect the full-time gig you got going on because all of a sudden it started to, the side thing started to like take off. It's kind of like you got to make time outside of that 9 to 5 to start it. And then if you feel it starting to take off, that's when you take that leap, and that's where you put the company that's taking care of you. You say, hey, it's my time to go. I'm going to give you 30 to 60 days because I'm a vital part of your company, but I'm on my way out.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't do it that way, there's no point in doing it.
No, and you're right 100%, because especially the key part of this, if you're getting treated very well.
Yeah.
You know, you want to make sure that you respect them and let them know that this is how this is going to go down.
And if you're leaving them on good terms, they knew how hard you worked up to that very last day, and you go do your thing, and 6 months to a year later, something just doesn't work out for the business. You have to legitimately end the business. You have to go back to whatever it was.
Yeah.
I bet you that company's going to bring you back.
Yes, and those things occur. It's a really good point. Like if it doesn't work out, like, and I said all those things, and we said this in very calm, soothing understanding, but key parts, like you have to understand the sacrifice, and you have to be an absolute fucking savage. Like, you and I didn't go at this lightly.
No.
That was one of the reasons that the emotional support with each other and growing through this was so big, because it was so intense, so hard-nosed, that's the only way it could be, because it was we put it all on the line.
Yeah.
And that's that intensity that you also have to possess during this time. You're not going about it lightly. You're not working 8 hours a day at this passion. People are like, oh, you guys own the company, what do you do? Bitch, this is insane here. We're talking 10 to fucking 16 hours a day still to this day. That's fucking unreal. You'd think just because you're making tens of millions of dollars, they're like, it might change, you guys get, this. No, it's still incredibly hands-on and intense. So, I will say, let's say everything worked out and you do go do your own thing. The one thing the piece of advice that's a next level piece of advice is you have to be prepared for the growth. Like, you have to be prepared, and not even prepared, you have to be willing to grow. And that growth means that you are going to go through things where you're going to be challenged, that you don't know what to do in the situation. And if you have business partners, you have to be open and willing to grow with them. If you have business partners, you have to understand their personalities, their characteristics, who they are, and what you're getting yourself into business with. You have to understand those things. And if you're business partners, that means you take the good with the bad. That means you understand that you have to be there. Someone makes a decision, it's good or bad, you have to be willing to be there for the good and the bad. Just because you like all the good shit, it's great, but you have to understand there's going to be things in there that are possibly bad that you're going to work through with. And that's in anything, and it's a relationship. Whenever you're in a relationship like Hannah and I, you and Kim, like, bro, you guys have been together for what, 15 fucking years?
Yeah, more.
So longer than that. So I can't say that every decision you or her has made has been like,
yeah, right.
But whenever you love someone and you're in a relationship, you understand that there is going to be things that you work through together. Mistakes will be made, but you have to be willing to grow and work together, live together. Those are things that are minimized with this alpha mentality that everybody is attempting to possess. That's great. You have to be an absolute fucking savage. Have to. But you also have to understand that the growth of things to occur and be open to them all and work through everything. Very, very important to all this.
Yeah, and like those people that are around you and supporting you, whether that's your significant other or your business partners or just your right-hand employee at the company. You know, you might not have any business partners, which is, in my eyes, it's scary as fuck.
Oh, bro.
If I was a single owner of something, I would be legitimately scared because I know there's things I don't bring to the table in certain aspects of this business. I'm not good at them. I'm not good at managing people. I'm not good at communicating to everyone as a whole. I'm very good at one-on-one and task-oriented. I'm not those other things. So if you're not, speaking as me personally, how I was and how I am now, I like to be surrounded people like you and Pat and Mike and Shane and Jay, because you guys are overly ambitious about things. And when we first started this, I wasn't that overly ambitious guy. I want to feel nice and comfy in my zone. I don't want to feel any risk. I just want to have all my stuff right here and I'm good.
You feel safe.
Yeah, I wanted to feel safe. And then that's great, but playing business safe and playing the growth safe for so long, I mean, at least in our position, if our foot isn't on the gas, everything will slow down, like if it's not on the gas.
Yes.
So we've been keeping our foot on the gas, and a lot of times, like, it's hard to keep up with that level of growth. And I've noticed with the four of us, each of us have different, like, timings with that growth. One of us might be, like, not ready for it. The other one is at the top, like, pushing for it. The other one's somewhere in the middle, controlling me and controlling the top. And
that's what I mean.
You know, it's such a fucking, you run this line between literally unraveling and just keeping full steam ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is in like you said, like, that was really well put, especially a single owner.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, single owner, dude, my God. I would, because I look back when we started AAR, like the first year we didn't get paid.
No.
We still didn't get paid.
No money.
Second year we might have started taking a paycheck just because.
No, we were taking money when we needed it.
Yeah,
because we didn't have a choice.
No, right. And then like year 3, finally kind of had payroll.
Yeah.
Oh man,
kind of existed. Yeah, getting some money every month.
You know, and to me, like, getting just back on a payroll and like a check, like getting auto deposited, I started to feel like safe again. And like almost like didn't feel like pushing to that next level. But then like things started to climb, we just got busier, you were like full steam ahead, and it drug me along and it pushed me to that next level. So
it's a really good thing you said about how the different levels of each person. Mm-hmm. Because the level of X in Sledge is, we are a very mainstream company. Mm-hmm. Everything we have done is leading how things should be done. And it is a testament to the four of us as owners and the team that we have built of people, the sales team's relationships, our shipping department, our managers and how they manage and work with their people, and the relationships they're building in their respective industry as shipping, like constantly talking to FedEx, UPS, USPS, the different freight companies, all these people building relationships in that sense. The true, real business aspect, there's no glitz and glam about a fucking shipment. There's none. It's business. And the relationships that our shipping managers, logistic managers are building is how good business should be done. Those are things that nobody ever talks about. You know? And, but like you said about the different ownership and how there's times whenever it's like, fuck yeah, somebody is a fucking, bro, they took a fucking Viagra and they are stiff-dicked, ready to fucking shove it down people's fucking throats and go. And meanwhile, it might just have been like this huge adrenaline dump for us after a big release. Mm-hmm. After fucking doing everything we can to set something up, and it's like, holy fuck, was the past 14 days just astronomically intense. There was no days off. 10, 12 hours a day. Non-stop for us because we think about it when we're sleeping. And that adrenaline dump happens, but then it's like, fuck yeah, we're going, because that's how a company works. It was the build-up of it all. Everything looks cool, everything's great, and then that person's fucking time to shine hits. Yeah. And it is because all that work was there. So it's wild on how that occurs, but it's important because you have to understand how it all works too. You have to be able to take it. Everybody has to be able to see. As owners, look down and look, oh man, here it is, okay, and work together. Yeah, it's a rough question. Getting back to it, the roundup of what he said was, do I leave a company that treats me well and do my own thing, or this? Brother, live. That goes for everybody. Live. Go experience life. If you fuck up, if you burn bridges, that's on you. But if you have business partners and your significant other and whoever it is, make sure you guys understand there's going to be the growth is going to be big. Be prepared. Great question.
Yeah.
Probably took it further than a 10-minute topic, but
That was definitely a 20-minute.
That was about
10 minutes in my head.
10-minute sections.
Yeah, I got 10, Bob got 10, it's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's get back to tits, ass, and the government. Fuck. Actually, so I'll do a quick government question. Okay. So, the Joe Rogan, that video that Samuel Rivera or whatever, Rivera, he posted this really cool thing. I reposted, got shadow banned for it. It was about Rogan talking about how important freedom is, and how freedom is literally the most unique thing in the history of the world, because whenever we became the first free country on the fucking planet, okay, we have done things that have been astronomical in the past fucking 200 years, 250 fucking years. We have invented, nothing great comes from censorship and overbearing things. Nothing comes from freedom. Art, music, thoughts, creativity, it all comes from freedom to be who you want to be. And everybody thinks because I'm a fucking conservative with a beard that likes to fuck off and hunt and shit in the woods, I'm a gay bashing fucking dickhead. No, believe in freedom. So, with all that being said, and all the craziness going on, Rogan for president has been a big thing that you see, okay? Same with Barstool, with fucking Stooley president, El Presidente. But the other one is The Rock. So if there was ever a scenario that we were like this whole celebrity status, weird shit that goes on and how influencers and all this, I thought to myself last night, I wanted to bring it up today, I could see Rogan versus The Rock as the president. I could actually see that in the future occurring. Because we know The Rock is a liberal and all the fucking bullshit stuff that he does for his celebrity status. Shaq jumped in there. Did you see what he said? No. Shaq, he's like, I'm not a celebrity anymore. I'm denouncing my celebrity status. These people are fucking crazy. he's like, they're crazy. You're saying wild shit. He's like, no, I'm no longer. Get me out of that.
I love Shaq.
Oh, he's so great.
Yep.
But I could see The Rock as the Democrat, and Rogan as the libertarian. I mean, people say he's a conservative, but he's like a conservatarian, like a freedom-loving American that believes in your liberty, which is freedom.
Yep.
The Rock versus Rogan, who wins? What do you think? What do you think?
I have no idea.
Because of the influencing status of it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they both influence totally differently.
That's why I'm bringing this up.
Like both very, very large impact influencers that influence different people in a very different way.
Very different. That's why this is wild.
There's so many like influential scenarios too, like you guys said, like the audiences they capture. And I remember, like you saying about denouncing a celebrity status. I remember seeing something about like Denzel Washington getting offended that somebody said like, "Oh yeah, you're Hollywood." He goes, "I'm not fucking Hollywood. Like I'm nowhere near like the thought process, the lifestyle." Like I can't remember what he said about it, but it's like the same thing.
Oh,
you said The Rock is Hollywood. Like there's a different influence there, and
there is a deep-rooted weird thing that happens in Hollywood that everybody knows occurs, but it's just kind of like it's easy to be hushed because the media is controlled. It is a wild thing there, and people that have like, it's easy to see.
yeah,
Everybody just doesn't like to think about it because it's like, God damn it, you're killing me. You're just fucking beating me up. Because I don't want to think of you fuckers that way because I like movies.
Yeah, right.
But they know that. They play on that.
yeah.
You
see
know,
all the shit with ESPN going on now with like NBA shows. Like Disney's having a real hard time keeping ESPN anchors, like news anchors.
bro.
So it's just the whole thing.
You can't. You have to understand that the greatest thing, like Rogan said it, is freedom.
Yep.
Bro, and we just got done saying it as growth. You have to understand, like you can't just fucking censor somebody for having a certain view about something. I thought that's what America was built on, and we're regressing. It's very scary, the regression that's occurring, but that's why I brought this up, like celebrity status, and we'll move on. The Rock versus Rogan, who wins? What do you think?
I'm going Rogan.
If it would be like a legitimate,
A true election, not this, not a
what
control,
that's
because
what
we
I'm
all
saying.
know, yeah.
True, 100% valid count on vote for
Yes,
vote.
yes.
I think Rogan has a very strong chance at winning.
I think Rogan wins.
Yep.
I think Rogan wins because he is who I believe America is.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's always been so open to talking to people. That's what his whole entire show was built upon, was being open. And people fucking bashed him for years, be like, you got this fucking guy on that's saying all this shit and it's stupid and you went along with it. Well, bro, he's interviewing a guy face to face and bringing attention, bringing things out that you have never heard in your entire fucking life. Yeah. And you are like, man, I think I like physics. Yeah. You had no clue that you could ever be intrigued by physics? Are you fucking kidding me? Meanwhile, like, you see, like, he gets into heated discussions with people as well, because he might be like, I gotta interview this guy, and I gotta bring up some fucked up things about what he's saying. Bro, he is the king of that. So I believe that he is one of the most well-rounded people and open for discussions and concepts, and he even admits that he's not the smartest person. But he just knows how to talk to people and work through it. So in a celebrity status world, if there was ever somebody like that to assemble a team or put things into place to do better for the people, I think Rogan is that guy that would do it from that standpoint. Would we ever get there? I think there would have to be a massive collapse of absolutely everything. Yeah. But yeah, going that way. Moving on. Yeah,
I'd be pulling for him.
Oh fuck yeah! Mm-hmm. I'd also vote for Dave Portnoy.
He's the fucking man.
All fucking day. Dude's an animal. He is.
I like his energy.
If there was ever anybody that stood for true big dick energy, it is Dave Portnoy.
I had to laugh. It was a Friday story he put up, and the whole team in the office was gone. And he just had to film empty buildings. Like, yep, first here, last to leave. Just still has to fucking let everyone hear about it. Whenever the people tried to bash him with the sex fucking video of him. Yeah.
Him fucking railing a bitch from behind, spitting in her fucking mouth. Okay? And he's like, yeah. He's like, fuck yeah. He's like, what do you expect? Me not to have sex? You don't think I fuck? I fuck. I fuck hard. I'm like, oh my God. There's a sex tape of dude's like, fuck yeah. You want to see my dick? I'm going to put it on there, make a ton of money, and then donate it to small businesses. Fuck you. And I'm like, bro, dude's a fucking animal. That's how you do it. And his leadership and his energy and the team of people behind him, he's saying, fuck you, come at me. I'm going to have my team on task to fuck shit up. He's like, I believe, and he believes in his team. And they are they're crazy.
They are crazy.
They are crazy. And he embraces it. But whenever something like that, he's like, fuck yeah. And whenever the small business shit with the government was fucking people up and he was saving businesses and donating money, dude, show me your dick, dude. Yeah, do something fucked up. You do something that gets out. Fuck yeah, dude, you do a lot of good. I will fucking buy your OnlyFans for $100 a month for a year. Go ahead. You got one video out? Yep. All that money's going to small businesses? You got my support. Fuck yeah, dude. That's important because people like that are good for true big dick energy. Mm-hmm. I was hoping to see his dick in the video, but didn't come out though.
It's fucking riot. It's a riot.
Oh man. Really great stuff. Mm-hmm. There was one last thing I wanted to do. We're pushing time today.
Yep.
Man, time flew by. Crazy time. Maybe it's the coffee. I am fucking whacked out of my
moving.
mind right now. Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
Feel it. Really good coffee, Presto George.
Yeah, the pen didn't calm me down. Coffee overrode the
Yeah,
pen.
it really did. I'm fucking whacked right now.
Yeah.
It's like I'm seeing sounds. I was gonna say hearing sounds, but no shit, huh?
Yeah, we all hear them.
Seeing the vibrations.
I'm seeing the vibrations.
What else you got?
So I wanted to do this because we were talking about betting, and it's funny because there are people that are good at it. Pat,
Yes.
Zach, their father's son, so they just love numbers. They're engulfed in it. It is funny because like whenever Pat's in a zone, his dad qualities like fucking are like overwhelming.
Yeah.
And he's just in a mood where you're like, okay, Pat is fucking moving right now. He's selling shit. The company's firing. He's seated. He just got 25 fucking reports from everybody in the company, and he's like, ah!
Yep.
And then, or like all of a sudden, like he came in on a Monday, everything's firing, won some bets. It's Zach.
Yep.
That's Zach.
To a T.
So the gambling thing is very big.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell everybody right now, I'm really bad at it. So, with as good as I am at it, we're going to do some betting, and I'm going to put together a parlay here, and we're going to do some live betting. I'll log into my account.
I'm not telling anyone what I'm doing because I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm going to get called out on it.
Maybe we should bring in Zach one day. Like, we should have him work here on Wednesday mornings,
Yeah,
so we can have him come in and like lay down a parlay for everybody to put money on.
it's not a bad idea. If he fucking hits.
Dude, what's going on here? Ah, here we go. Okay. Bro, it's kicking me out. Maybe they know I'm signing on because I'm so good at this. Oh, you cunt. Everybody's just listening now. My mind works. I'm thinking out loud.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my name. Okay. What is my password?
So like I'm trying to like conceptualize to tell everyone my logic with betting, and I don't have one at all.
Fuck yeah, man.
Like I don't look at statistics. I
Look at
don't.
the team colors.
It's almost to that point.
It's not that
And
bad.
like I don't know enough about every team. Like I'll still bet on a team that I knew was good 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like that,
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, oh,
Wasn't Emmett Smith on that team?
like, oh, Vikings, Randy Moss. Like they're still good, right? Seriously, that's how I think.
So bad.
He can't be this bad.
They can't be that fucking bad. So I wanted to put together a parlay here. I have not won any money since I started. This is bad. They remind me of that every fucking time.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Should we do some college betting, or should we do string together college or pro?
I would never bet on college.
Yeah, you bet on pro.
Want to bet on pro?
Yeah.
All right. Let's. Should we use the point spread or just straight up? Straight up games. Let's string together.
Okay.
Let's string together. What do you think? Like a six game parlay. For everybody that doesn't know, a parlay bet is whenever you have to have all of the bets hit in order to win the monies. But the bigger the parlay, the bigger the payout, the bigger the risk, the bigger reward. From a nutshell perspective. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Jacksonville at Cincinnati.
I think Cincinnati wins that one.
Yeah, I'm taking Cincinnati. Let's go. There's no way. Jacksonville. Did you hear what Urban Meyer said? Urban Meyer said something along the lines of, it's like we're playing Alabama every single week.
Yeah.
I don't know if he said that or somebody just put that. There's a lot of fake memes on the Instagram.
I'll give you your lock for Sunday.
Oh, let's hear it, Shane.
Brady at the Patriots. That's a minus 290 for the Bucks.
Really? Where's that? What's the spread on that game? 7.
7, yeah.
You think Brady at the Patriots is the lock? I'm betting on it. Taking
I think he's going to light him up.
You think so?
Yeah.
Man.
He's going to try to beat Belichick.
After an off week.
So Steelers at Green Bay. Steelers fucking suck.
Yeah,
they're falling apart.
Yeah.
They're having a really hard time. They have a young O-line, and it's showing.
Yep.
Pouncey was a huge player in that O-line.
Yep.
And I'm thinking this will be the game that the Steelers fucking win somehow.
You think?
They'll watch them.
This would be 3 in a row, right?
Watch them win they win the games they should lose and lose the games they should win. The Steelers are fucking notorious for that bullshit. All right, so we got the Bengals over the Jaguars, the Bucks over the Patriots.
Chiefs over the Eagles. Chiefs have lost 2 in a row.
Yeah, Chiefs can't. We're taking them. We take the Chiefs over the Eagles. Ooh.
Don't bet against or for the Eagles.
I know they're fucking Raiders versus the Chargers. That's a tough game there.
That's a tough one.
Chargers are tough. That's Monday night. Or no, that's Sunday night.
Big Raiders fan.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to take, what do you think? The Texans are at the Bills. They're minus 15.5. The Bills are minus 15.5. I'm taking...
I don't know.
Should we take the upset just to make the bet bigger? That's a bad bet.
That's the over-under.
47. Oh, man.
I think you go... I don't know.
I'll take Tennessee. Tennessee over the Jets. That's it, for sure.
Wait.
I'm taking every fucking game that's a winner. You pussy. Should we make all these bets based on the money line or based on the point spread?
Seahawks over the Niners. That's an upset. Seahawks are plus 126.
Where's that one? Monday night. Oh, there it is.
Sunday.
I'll take the Seahawks over the Niners. Yeah, let's make the bet interesting. All right. Let's bet every fucking game, you pussies. Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Let's make this a fucking 16-game
What
parlay.
about the Colts at Miami? Because I think 2 is out.
Ooh.
And that's a plus 114 for the Colts. I don't know who the backup is. Who's the fucking quarterback? Oh, Carson Wentz. Big Wentz guy.
Big one.
God damn it. I'm taking the Colts.
Yeah.
Cleveland at Minnesota.
I think you take Cleveland.
I like Cleveland a lot.
Kirk Cousins isn't good.
He's good. Yes, he is. He's good.
Not on Sunday.
Oh, man, this is...
Well, big Cardinals fan, right, Shane?
Yeah.
Man, they are tough. Where are they at on here?
Rams. Sunday.
On Sunday. All right, let's just go through the line here. The Washington football team at the Atlanta Falcons.
Is Matt Ryan still...
Yeah. I'm taking the Falcons.
I would just take the under. There's no way they're scoring combined 48 points.
You don't think so?
No.
I'm taking the Falcons.
You're going to take the Falcons straight up?
Straight up, yeah. This is just straight up betting on all these games just because I'm going to see what $10 can win me.
All right.
Detroit at Chicago. Man, Chicago sucks. Fucking, they got eaten alive by Cleveland last week.
I think you go Detroit.
I think I'm going Detroit as well. We took Tennessee over the Jets. We took Cleveland over Minnesota. Indianapolis over Miami. Panthers at the Cowboys. Ooh.
Cowboys.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I don't think the Panthers are that good.
I think the Panthers are better than the Cowboys.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just saying that's a argument with you.
So you're throwing what at this? Like
I'm throwing $10. We'll throw $10, maybe 20. Are you making your own?
Yeah.
You make your own, and we'll bet 20 on each one.
I put 100.
You want to put 100 on it?
Kinda, yeah.
All right, let's do that.
The Panthers are 3-0.
Huh?
Panthers are 3-0.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't think they were that good.
They got Sam Darnold's killing it down there.
You taking Chicago?
No, I took Detroit over Chicago.
Do you think this is where Dallas falls apart? Go to 2-2.
Dak
Dak lights it up. This is that thing that I'm like going to make a decision and be like, who the fuck would have bet that after I see halftime scores? Panthers.
Bring me with Panthers.
Yep. Go Panthers. New York Giants at the Saints. The Saints.
Saints.
Chiefs at the Eagles. Chiefs.
Yep.
Texans at the Bills.
Bills are minus 15.
Minus 15 and a half. Arizona at LA.
I'd take Arizona.
What?
Yeah.
LA is the best football team in the game right now. The Rams are killing it. I'm going at LA. I'm doing LA. Seahawks at the Niners. Seahawks. Oh,
Holy fuck.
What are you
If
doing?
I put 100 on what I just did, it's a $129,000 payout.
Oh my God. I'm getting there. So, Ravens at the Broncos.
You can go Ravens.
Ravens. The Denver's -1.
Yeah.
Man. Steelers at the Packers. God damn it. I'm not betting on that fucking game. That's the one I'm... Huh? It's the one I'm sitting out. I'm a Steelers fan.
Doesn't matter. You
Fuck you, Shane. Can't do it.
I'm putting it in.
Raiders versus the Chargers. Raiders at the Chargers.
I think you gotta go Chargers.
I'm going Chargers. Okay. All right.
That's it,
15 team parlay. Let's go. I'm going to wager $100. That was 1,000. My 15 leg parlay for $100 will win $188,375.
Nice.
I'm placing that motherfucker.
I have 44 cents left in my account.
Going for broke.
Yep.
I have, okay. What are you doing here? Don't miss out. Nope, don't need that. All right. So where do I go from here?
What's amazing is Zach will place bets on obscure sports as well.
Yes, he will.
We used to bet on tennis matches during the day. Yeah. A couple years ago when I worked over there.
Man, I'm so excited for this. How am I going to post all this? I got to show everybody that I'm going to be rich.
Okay.
So I just screenshot it. Yep. I got 15 leg parlay. I'm going to get this first half here.
Ooh, I could cash out right now for 100.
100 what?
$100.
Oh, you just get your money back.
Right.
Don't they usually go less than you're paying?
Winning. Yeah, but right now, I could so
Like this bet has no chance of winning. Just take your money back.
Like, actually, get the fuck out of here.
You fuck straight off.
I love looking back on my settled bets because there's not a single fucking win. Not one.
None.
I would have won 30 grand that first one of the season,
Yeah.
but my dumbass had Brady throwing over 275 but under 300.
That is everybody. That is a high bet from Bob.
Uh-huh.
That is a Bob bet when he's a little toasted on the couch, recovering,
Yep.
having a cookie.
Yep.
Yeah, my first 14 leg parlay didn't pan out too well for me. Bro, I'm pumped. Let's go. 15 leg parlay, bet on all of them. $100, 188,000. If I hit, we'll do a nice sell on the company. We'll do nice. Maybe do some free shit.
Yeah.
If I hit.
Damn it! I was gonna say something completely different.
What?
I was like, I'm gonna go buy a car with that.
Okay.
Legitimately, I'm
All
gonna spend. If I win, I'm gonna spend every dime of that on a car.
Okay. Then here's the gig with us. If we hit any of these, we have to spend all the money that we win
On one thing.
on one thing.
Yep.
One thing. So if I hit for 188,000, I have to go buy. It's such a bad idea. It's an investment.
You'll really love where my mindset is. Because I'm like, okay, well, if I have 130 grand, I could technically maybe throw some more money out and get even like better cars.
Okay. Oh man, we can make the stakes high. We can buy each other a vehicle.
Yep. Yeah, we could do that.
Like if you win, I get to pick your vehicle, and if I win, you pick mine. That's really bad. No,
let's not do that. Let's not do that.
No, don't
I'll
do that.
see you at the Mini Cooper dealer.
Yeah.
So, all right. So if you win, whatever we win, you got to go spend all of it on one thing. I got 188 grand if I win. I have to spend 188 grand on one thing.
Yeah, mine was like what, 129. I think.
Yeah. Oh,
Can't
boy.
back out early either.
No.
You're
This
going into Monday night
full
with
deck,
like
full deck.
14-0. You can't back out.
129,765.
Yeah, I got 188, 3.
Man, I should adjust this so it goes up higher.
No, we're good. You can get.
Actually, I know what I would buy. I know which one I would buy. I look at cars every day, so
Yeah,
I've seen something in that price range.
yeah. I think I know what I don't know. There's a couple. Yeah, 188. I'm Bob. Bob, this is exciting. We just make it super exciting. So we have a bet on a bet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go videotape it too. That's whatever we get. We'll have 188 grand. So I have to spend 188,000. I'll be like, excuse me?
Have to. It's a bet.
It's a bet. Bob and I,
Yeah.
we have a mutual agreement. If we see, I won this 15-leg parlay. All right, everybody. We'll be posting all our bets and our winnings, and root for us on the weekends so we can go do cool shit. It'll be fun. Love it. Everybody, do something manly today. Do something good, even if it's just calling your mother, telling her you love her, calling your dad, telling him thank you, even if anything. Do a good job, everybody. Be a hardworking motherfucker. Your community needs you. Your family needs you. Be the best motherfucker you can be. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.